Hey guys, so today is day 2 of Lent. I missed yesterday, and I didn't like miss it per se. I mean, I knew it was Lent, but my mother is Irish Catholic, so she does make us give up something every every year. And I thought with our whole thing, with trying to like get healthier, I know for a lot of people, like me included, diets don't work. Any program in particular doesn't work because to me it's like, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds, so I choose a diet program, but then they are essentially telling me what to do. And it's like, I don't like that, and they say, oh, it takes all this willpower. It's like, to me, it's like, I'm just, listening to what the program is telling me to do. It's like I'm not really consciously making the decisions. So for me, I have just decided to kind of start like my own little program for diet and exercise. And it's more like just consume less shit. That's what it is. Try to make the conscious decision every day to just consume less of it. My big thing is I drink way too much Coca-Cola, like way too much. So I did have a little bit yesterday, but I had none today. I mean, I'm like seriously like, well, I mean, I don't know what y'all would consider like a serious addiction to Coke. That always comes out wrong. But, like at the worst I was drinking like, oh God, like 3 liters a day of Coke. Maybe. It was not good. And what I started doing is trying to buy less, and then I bought, like, here's an example of the 1 1/4, which, yeah, a lot of people think this is just a 1 liter. It's actually, I don't know if you can see, whatever. It's 1 1/4 liters. And so I started doing that in an effort to try to cut back. And I was like, my mom's like, you should give up Coke for Lent. And I was just like, she told me this like on Ash Wednesday. I was like, no freaking way. You're out of your mind, lady. And then yesterday I was like, well, I really should try to drink like, even less of it. So I drank a lot of tea yesterday. And then I have something called gastritis, which is the inflammation of your stomach lining, which is aggravated by it's aggravated by Coke and things like that. But the other thing that I'm also giving up is ibuprofen. Because I also have something called endometriosis, which is where stuff that's supposed to grow inside your uterus grows outside, and it causes like a lot of pain. So I was, taking Motrin instead of because I don't want to take painkillers. So taking Motrin to try to control the pain, and that was aggravating my gastritis. And I woke up this morning and I was just like miserable. And I was like, okay, I gotta do something. So I thought I'd take Lent as an opportunity to, get off those 2 things and, find other solutions. But it also have you guys come with me, help me. And, if some of you want to join me, let's do this. First thing is just little things here and there, like instead of grabbing the Coke, grab an iced tea, or, instead of like grabbing, like maybe if you really want chocolate, instead of grabbing like the big candy bar, just grab like the little candy bar, little things like that, just making those conscious. For me, I use the reminders on my phone, and twice a day, it's like, for me, I need to yell at myself. So it says like, stop eating shit, you fat ass. And it like yells at me. And I have that twice a day. And then 2 other times a day, I have get off your fat ass. Move, exercise. Check your steps. I have that, a couple times a day. How many steps have I walked today? Things like that. So it's kind of like I set little goals for myself, like, oh man, I only walked like this much today. Tomorrow I am so going to try to walk like at least, like 0.4 more miles or something, because if you try to force yourself to do something like all at once, I think you're just setting yourself up for failure, I think that's why so many people have difficulty with diets and exercise programs, And what was the last thing I was going to say to you guys? I'm so sorry. I'm blanking live. That's so lovely. Yeah, so I'm giving up Coke. I'm giving up Motrin. And yeah, I'm also, what we're going to do on the Tipsy Gypsies is like every week that I'm like successful, because Lent is like, what, it's like 6 weeks? Is that right? 6 weeks? Every week I'm going to do a little giveaway thing. So, you know, it's not going to be anything like super like, you know, crazy. Like I'm not going to give away a car or anything, computer or iPad or something, but you know, just like a little something here and there, and I'll come up with something tomorrow. But you know, I'm going to post this also on YouTube, and it'll be on our website, and you know, just join me. Let me know if you guys have any tips of what you guys do to, you know, make better decisions. You know, like a lot of people always say, well, you know, park far away and walk. My thing is, like, when I go to the store, the grocery store, if I don't park in the same row every time, I'll lose the damn car. So if there's not a spot up front, I do end up walking. And yeah, I think that's just about it, really. I don't really think there's anything else I'm going to cover. But yeah, I will cover, you know, like I'll try to go live just once a day. And then at the end of the week, I'll mash them all together and put them on the website or on YouTube, so you guys aren't like flooded with videos. But yeah, if you guys want to join me, that would be wonderful. You know, go to our Facebook. You know, it's TGC, Tipsy Gypsy Chicks. You can also get it from tipsygypsychicks.com. All of our social media is on there. Just click on that. You know, just let me know any tips or anything, or if any of you are going to join me in trying to do this. You know, it's not going to be some crazy program. It's just going to be like, hey, let's just try to, like, you know, support each other and just try to, yeah, maybe add a couple of years on our lives instead of, like, completely taking, you know, years off of it. Like, yeah, people are always asking me, like, you drink Coke and you also use it to clean your toilet and your battery on your car, and why would you put that in your stomach? It's like, have you tasted it? It's delicious and American, you know? Like, I feel like if you don't like Coke, it's un-American. For real. When I go to other countries, I drink Coke. Of like, well, it's better because they make it with sugar. You know, we don't get sugar except for Passover's coming up, so we get kosher Coke, which is, yeah, I will be buying it, but I won't be consuming it until after Lent, hopefully with you guys' support. So, yeah, website is tipsygypsychicks.com. And speaking of gypsy, I drove 600 miles today, so I am really tired, and I am going to sign off. I will do another one tomorrow, Lent Day 3. And, you know, you don't have to do it for Lent. You don't have to be Catholic, you know, or anything like that. It's just, you know, my mom was like, what are you going to give up? What are you going to give up? And I was just like, okay, well, I'll give up Coke, you know. So I guess I'm just going to pour this in the toilet and clean it. You would not, oh, that's a tip. This little off topic, but what is your gypsy thing about? Well, we call ourselves the Tipsy Gypsy Chicks because you know, we do like to get a little tipsy. And we're always roaming around. It's actually in my bloodline on the Irish side of my family, but that's not what it's about for me at all. It's just, we use the term more as, you know, because we're always traveling around, roaming around. We're always on the road. You know, we love to roam. And so that's, to answer your question, that's what the gypsy thing is about. But yeah, if you, one of my girlfriends tried to color my hair with Splat, and Splat's a very concentrated hair color, and they say if you get it like on your sink or in your bathtub that it's just not going to come out. Just like, I guess you just have to buy a new sink. Try Coke. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 applications. Let it sit on there for a while and then scrub it, and I swear to God, it will come off. It's crazy. But yeah, I haven't been to Sweden. Somebody said there was a lot of gypsies in Sweden, and I do have really close friends that live in Sweden, so I'm planning to go. I mean, yeah, it's in my bloodline, but that's not, like I said, that's not what it's about. We're just more of like, you know, kind of like the bohemian, hippie lifestyle, that kind of more thing, like, you know, especially because, you know, I'm not sure how many times Kate has moved. I have moved 27 times. So, my father is 77, and I think he has moved 67 times. So that's kind of crazy. It's just, yeah, we cannot stay in one place. We just have trouble. And we also love to travel. And we're always traveling around. And all of the friends, not all of them, but most of the friends I have in other countries are because I, you know, didn't stay in the touristy areas. I went out in the middle of the boondocks and made cool friends. My mother is from Ireland, so I do have some friends in Ireland that I've made. My friend Johnny, we've been friends for 8-9 years now. He is a wonderful friend of mine, and love him to bits. Yeah, he comes over here, and then all he wants to do is go to Irish bars. So we take him to a bunch of Irish bars because he doesn't have those at home, apparently. He lives in Cork, which is where my family is from. We are from County Cork. But for a while, my mom lived in Dublin for like 5 years. So whenever I'd visit, he'd always come up. So yeah, I do have, that's actually how Kate and I met. Was, God, grow up. Is there like a way to delete comments? God, so ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, Ireland. So, I lost my train of thought. God. Well, I guess I'll just take this opportunity to end this. And like I said, yeah, I drove like 600 miles today, so I'm pretty tired. You can probably see the bags under my eyes. So I am going to go to sleep, and I will be back tomorrow, and hopefully I will have stuck to it, because I'm not known for sticking to things. Like, because if you watched from the beginning, you understand why. And yeah, so come on to our Facebook and, you know, chat with me, or our Twitter. Everything is on our Tipsy Gypsy Chicks. You can get all our social media on there. But yeah, I'd like to try to, you know, start something on Facebook where we can, you know, talk about it, and, you know, you guys can give me your tips, and if you like any of my tips, and we'll go from there. Anyway, as usual, I love you guys, and good night.